Hey, good morning, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Listen, I seem to be being throttled by C-SPAN right now, so there's nothing I can do to fix the situation. So, hopefully you guys take it in good humor. Again, normally it's not the level of professionalism we bring here, but it's an internet issue outside of my control right now. So I know you guys will be able to hear me just fine, but the video bit rate is going to be terrible. There's nothing that I can do to fix the situation. So if you guys just want to go ahead and skip the Sunday morning update and come join us on Monday after I have tracked down my internet service provider and drawn and quartered them, that would be absolutely fine. For those of you who do want to stay and listen to the soothing sounds of my voice and be able to understand the data that I am trying to reproduce here for you guys to make intelligent trading decisions, hopefully that will work as well. Today will just be a short show. It is the weekend. I do not actively trade on the weekends. I do log in and post what I do see because I have alerts set before time for key price levels. So I really appreciate the core guys here, and the newcomers and everybody that's been watching and viewing us lately. Generally, we don't have these issues. So thank you so much for your patience and time, guys, and joining me for this quick update this morning. So let's just get right into it, guys. Again, if you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, sarcastic remarks, opinions, or death threats, please just leave them in the comment section or the chat box. I'll make sure to respond. They might be getting a whole lot of death threats today, guys. Let's just start off with our normal updates, guys. The website continues to be updated and looking good. I'd like to check in with the December on our December premium signals tracking sheet. Now, for those of you who would like the understanding, this is the live tracking sheet of all the trades that we take in the premium cryptocurrency trading group. It is live. If you are a member of the trading group, you do get access to this and you can see our updates live. It's also a good way for you to go back and see if you've missed an entry, if it's a potential, and then you can cross-reference that with our private Discord channel where we do post all our trade setups and charts and signals, so that you guys can see what's going on. Week 2, we've been really killing it this week, guys. Now, of course, this is not a reflection of your actual return on equity. We do not expect you to be able to enter into every trade, and we do not expect you to be going all in on every single trade. We do have a very well-disciplined risk management and profitability system that allows us to determine, based on our portfolio size for all of our individual traders, what amount that you are actually putting into each trade. Based on that, what amount you are willing to lose, and based on that, what amount you are most likely to gain. This is just a reflection of our total P&L and should represent account growth over the course of a week or a month to 10 to 30%. Those are the conservative targets that we like to aim for. When we make much more than that, that's fine, but we do not lose more than the allocated risk level that we have set out, guys. Based on average P&L, we do see that. Based on average P&L, we do see that week 1 did close out with 161% total profit. Week 2 did close out at 102.26%, and currently we are sitting at 16.70% in week 3, and we do have a ton of open trades because the market is quite frothy right now. So we were able to close out. Last night's interesting. We took two LTC, we took two Litecoin shorts on the December contract. We took two Tron shorts on the December contract as well. The initial one did get stopped out, and then after the pump happened, we were able to capture two take profit targets on that as well. So that trade ended up being mostly a wash and putting us in profit with the LTCs. We do have a ton of open calls right now. So quite exciting for the December trading group as well. Me and Scott will still be speaking at the American Association of Individual Investors on January 19th in Brookfield, Wisconsin. We will be speaking at 10 o'clock in the morning. There'll probably be several hundred people there. We will be talking on the basics of blockchain technology, how to invest in cryptocurrency, and how to use mining as a passive income source. Tickets are still available. If you guys want to come out and meet the team live in Wisconsin, we would be happy to see you out there as well. Otherwise, we will probably be recording the event, and we probably will not be streaming it, but we, depending on what kind of technology connections we see when we get up there with our team, but we will be recording it most likely and posting that up online, just like we did for when we spoke in Illinois to the same thing, the AAII in Illinois. We spoke at the Law College in Chicago, Illinois last May. That was a fantastic event. Took a lot of great footage, took a lot of great things, and the team had to have a great time, just hitting the scenes in Chicago, man. So we had a really good time. So if you guys are looking for what is the catalyst potentially for positive price movement that we've seen over Saturday, and I talked about this yesterday, I said that generally on the weekends we see retail traders pushing the price up. Retail traders tend to be permabulls as opposed to the more savvy traders who tend to be shorting the market right now and look for all opportunities to enter into shorts. But this just hit the wire last night. President Trump appoints Bitcoin proponent as White House chief of staff. So Mike Mulvaney has been named as the new acting White House chief of staff. He is a well-known Bitcoin proponent and has previously expressed his support of blockchain technology. He is currently the director of the U.S. Office of Management and Budgeting, OMB. Trump did come out yesterday and announce that he is going to appoint him as the new acting chief of staff. He will be succeeding the post from the current chief of staff, John Kelly, for those of you who are keeping up to date on American politics, because it's the most exciting and funny thing on the internet right now and the news cycle right now. So previously, Mike Mulvaney has spearheaded the Blockchain Caucus, a soundboard for policy creation handling blockchain technology, as well as the growing impact of virtual currencies. He said, quote, blockchain technology has the potential to revolutionize the financial services industry, the U.S. economy, and the delivery of government services. Hey, SS, man, with the low bandwidth. Thanks so much for the sub on YouTube. Highly appreciated. He said, continuing the quote, he said, and the delivery of government services, and I am proud to be involved with this initiative. Interesting. Mulvaney is yet another appointment of President Trump who seems to be favoring the development of the cryptocurrency industry. In September, this news article, Bitcoinist, reported that the president has previously appointed Elad Roisman as an SEC commissioner. Roisman has previously demanded regulations which treat the industry, quote, in a fair and transparent manner, provide clarity and certainty to the markets and investors. This on top of Bitcoin Mom, the other SEC commissioner. So, a lot of positive news coming out of America here for blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies in the future, guys. We've been going over and over and over this. And just to recap, guys, I know that many of you are probably depressed and concerned and scared of the price movements. Again, as a trader, I'm never scared. Volatility is nice either way it goes. I can make money whether the market moves up, down, left, right, or sideways. It doesn't really matter direction of the market as a trader, with the ability to go long and go short, or just the ability to hedge your investments. There's all kinds of opportunity, and the cryptocurrency industry is still amazingly exciting to be involved in right now, whether you're an investor or a trader. Again, and I've said it so many times, but if you are selling your BTC at these prices to institutional investors, you are a tool. We've gone over long-term price predictions where BTC can go. We've gone over long-term price predictions, how low and how high it can go. But the overwhelming interest in financial services sectors and institutional investors lets us know that this is not anywhere dead. And I'm starting to see capitulation on the social media and in the news outlets from long-term investors in cryptocurrency, starting to say that it's dead, that it's going down. These are the social signs that I've been looking for a while to determine when capitulation is near. Now, based on price action, it's not here yet. I haven't seen price action confirm capitulation, but I do see social media sentiment and overall sentiment of investors and traders that have been in Bitcoin for quite a long time beginning to act in this negative fashion, and that is when you want to be buying, when there's blood in the streets and when everybody's scared. All right, so let's talk about the most interesting thing that probably happened last night, and that is the Litecoin pump. So the news is in, guys. The flappening has occurred. Litecoin has overtaken Bitcoin Cash in market cap. Flappening is strong and alive and well, and anybody that doubted Satoshi Light has been relegated to the dark corners of misery where they are crying in shame. Yes, guys, I know there's camera lag. I talked about that at the beginning. It's not normally like this. It's an issue that I can't overcome today. Apparently because of the Litecoin pump, CNBC has decided to throttle my internet connection. I was on the phone with my ISP. There's nothing I can really do today. They're doing maintenance, so we're trying to make the best of it, guys. We're normally here every morning at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, noon on the Eastern Seaboard, and we normally do not experience this kind of lag. So I appreciate everybody hanging in with me. So yes, Litecoin Cash currently now has a market capitalization of $1.573 billion, overtaking Bitcoin Cash by about over $100 million. So, and experiencing tremendous growth, up 12.28% from yesterday. So fantastic opportunities for those of you who were able to catch the pump. Personally, I am probably looking for opportunities to short all pumps in this market as well. All right, so let's go take a look at the price. Looking at the daily chart, we don't really see anything overly impressive, honestly, for Bitcoin as well, or excuse me, for Bitcoin at least. We are having a nice green day after we had a very weak low volume spinning top doji last night. Now, a spinning top doji is an indecision candle, and it is a weak reversal candle, especially since the fact that there was no volume to back it up. Now, we do have to be careful of weekend movements. Weekend volume is always weak and misleading because, as I said, perma bulls do come in who are retail traders, and they do tend to push the price up just a little bit. And then we get Monday Bloody Monday, guys, where you get your more savvy investors who come back in and they're like, all right, price is up a little bit, good opportunity to short, let's continue the movement, guys. And what do we see on today's daily candle so far? Well, it's actually a fairly depressing candle, honestly. It's starting to look like a shooting star doji, or an evening star doji, however you guys would like. Excuse me, the correct term is an evening star doji. The pattern would be a shooting star formation. So if we look at the lower time frames, we would actually see this. This is typically a reversal candle to the downside and does typically resolve bearish. And as we can see, we do have a high volume node here centered around 3253, 3269. We have not been able to close above that. We got absolute rejection from that area here, which it was the previous support order block. Right now has now turned into a bearish order block that we do actually have to close a daily or a 12 or at least a 6-hour candle above before we start to feel confident about upward targets. Now, I know people are talking about this falling wedge pattern formation. The problem is that in a bearish market, you don't tend to give respect to chart formations and chart patterns that are counter trend. The trend is still the dominant force. The dominant force still in the market is still short. And what's interesting is, you know, yesterday, and again, most people think I'm a perma bull. No, I'm a trader and I'll take the volatility whichever way it goes. The thing is that yesterday, I did take kind of a different tack, and I said, guys, all right, listen, I'm starting to feel less optimistic about my long position. I've been taking profits on my long positions as we've been moving throughout this market. For those of you that have been watching the show, you guys know I've been very transparent about the positions that I've taken. So just to give a quick recap to those of us, for those of you who are joining the show for the first time, my first initial fill on this, and again, I've been shorting, and for those of you who have been in the members group, we've been shorting Bitcoin for quite a long time. And it wasn't until we actually broke down below the support right here at about 3,600 that I started to get excited about a potential long position. And I did take an initial fill at 3,500. I doubled up at 3,300, and I did actually get a partial fill at 3,200. It was only a partial fill. It was only about 25% of the position that I had down there. Price did actually wick down to that level. I know very few people were able to get filled at that lower level, but that's okay. We did take profits at 35.50 and 36.20. We had charted out the inverted head and shoulders pattern on the lower time frames. We did actually hit that perfectly. We overshot it by about $3, so we were pretty razor accurate with that price prediction right there. We doubled up for another potential long at 33.80, took profits at 34.40, stopped out again with the last of our capital at 3,400, 33.80 for a no loss trade on that particular position. Then the fourth trade that we took on XBT USD is we actually got filled at 3,200 and 31.64. We were able to take profits at 32.80, and then the last trade actually that we took on the position was a refill at 3,200 and 31.50. We are currently in profit on that trade. Now, I did post a potential hedge short on XBT last night. I was spending time with my kids and I got the call. We were watching Pay It Forward, which, by the way, if you haven't seen Pay It Forward, it's one of the best movies ever made. Great family movie to watch with your kids, guys. We watched Pay It Forward last night, and I got a call. I got a cell phone call from one of our analysts, one of our traders for Kraken Cryptocurrency, who's active during the weekends when I generally take the weekends off. And he said, dude, you got to come to the computer. Everything's kind of pumping, man. Litecoin just pumped. Should we short it? And, you know, it was fantastic, man, to receive those late night crazy pump calls. It reminded me of 2017. It was fantastic. So I logged in. We took positions. I posted a potential XBT USD hedge short. So currently my position as it sits right now is I did take a fill at 3,200 and 31.50, putting me at an average entry of about 31.75. I do have my stop loss set at 31.75. I've tightened it up to a stop, to a break even. And so the odds on the table are for me to look for a potential movement to the upside, but I did post that potential XBT USD short to hedge against that position. For those of you who are following the strategy in the Kraken Cryptocurrency members group, that would allow you to trade on separate account and to take the hedge short. That actually is looking to be a nice profit right now because we did enter around 32.30 for that XBT USD short. So either way, whether you're to the long or to the short side for our potential trades, you are in nice profits. Again, everything that we're trading is in nice profits. The only thing that we are suffering drawdown on is XLM. XLM actually continues to look nicely. We did actually We did actually overshoot the bottom a little bit. You can actually see our entry positions. And then I did actually, you know, it's that kind of that feeling when. So I get so many chart requests when I do this live. And I had charted out the optimum XLM entry point. We did actually come down into that. And then we busted up and hit take profit target 1. Now for the long-term holds for the members group, we are actually still accumulating XLM. We are actually below our last entry point of position right here, managing risk at a fairly low level. So this is one of those trades where we are willing to experience a little bit of drawdown because this is a long-term trade situation, and depending on whether we will cut losses on this potential trade or look to take profits at these higher levels will really depend on the movements of Bitcoin. Now, one of the members did just post out to me, and I didn't get a chance to respond to him, so I'm sorry about that, bro. But I was kind of dealing with these with these issues. If we actually look at XLM USDT, it is actually responding a little bit differently than Bitcoin price, and it seems to be respecting it better. Actually, you can see it more clearly if you go over and look at XLM to the dollar on an exchange like Bitfinex. There's a little bit more gapping, looks a little bit more bullish as well. It's holding different supports well. The reason that I have been charting it out in XLM BTC is because of the amount of historical data. So one of the best things to do, obviously, as well, if you want clarity, if you're looking to trade, is that you can actually look at XLM USD calculated by TradingView, and this will actually allow you to use the same amount of data. So like if I pull up the daily chart, you can actually then use historical data to allow you to trade based on the Bitcoin valuation. So always keep that in mind. If you are looking for clarity in your trading, you can always use the calculations done by TradingView. However, I'd find it better to find key levels of support and resistance and to base my trades off that, and then you can extrapolate that to actual USD or USDT pairings, depending on how you want to trade, using the Bitcoin pairings as well. Continue to update you guys on that position as well. So let's get into the charts and see what I see for the future, or at least what I see for the foreseeable future. This is actually starting to look more negative now. Again, I'm still quite bullish on the potential for a bounce here. I do think it will be physically difficult for Bitcoin to break 3,000, and that's why I am overly bearish if we do break 3,000. Again, as a trader, you need to react and not predict, and you just need to take the most likely scenario in front of you. Now, right now, the reason that I am bullish and looking for a bounce, long position on XBT, which is what I am currently situated in. The reason why is because I've gone over this at length in my previous videos that I do every single morning. There is an amazing, overwhelming amount of bids situated around the $2,900 to $3,000 level. Now, for that reason, I think that it will be extremely physically difficult for Bitcoin at this point in time to break 3K. If it does break 3K and it chews through all those orders and still goes down, then I will be overwhelmingly bearish, and I will continue to take shorts, long-term short positions in BTC until, excuse me, that's not the chart that I want to be looking at, until we actually drift down into our lower profit target areas. Down here, as I've been talking out for quite a while, 29.38, 27.98. For me, again, I'll go on record saying this. I do think that Bitcoin eventually does find a bottom around 2,300. We do have the 88.6 Fibonacci retracement here. Let's see here. Let's throw on logarithmic and auto that bad boy. We do have our 88.6 Fibonacci retracement here at 23.31. That is where Bitcoin found a bottom previously. During the 2015 bear market, when we did end up bottoming out. And again, we will see clear signs of capitulation as we see right here. When the bear market actually did end, Bitcoin shot down about 36, almost 40%, and then sprang right back up in the same course of a week. And that is what we will be seeing if we see the bottom out like it did previously. We are coming up on the weekly 200 period simple moving average. We are currently finding support off of that. We did wick down below it a little bit on the weekly chart on Bitstamp, but we have not closed the candle below it. Now, an actual close below that candle, weekly, if we do end up closing, I don't think we close the weekly candle below that. So this is why I am looking at this area as a potential spring back up to retest our resistance and supports at 3,600, 3,400. If we're able to get above 3,600, I feel fairly confident about a positive movement up to 4,000, potentially even 4,400. But if we are able, if we do not get that bounce and we do end up closing, drifting down below the 200 period simple moving average on our next weekly candle, then I start to become fairly overwhelmingly bearish and not looking for that bounce anymore, and just seeing that the overall dominant trend was not able to be broken at this point in time, and in fact is probably going to pick up in momentum and volatility as we drift lower and lower below that 200 period simple moving average. Again, so many bots and algos are programmed around that 200 period simple moving average that if that does break, and traders again are biased to use that level as well, if that does break, then things start to become overwhelmingly negative, honestly. Now, great for traders who are are able to short the markets. Not good for traders who are still looking for a potential bounce below that area. I will not be looking for a bounce until I see clear signs of capitulation, or until I see key support levels get bounced off and I see bullish volume pour in. Now we do see lowering volume on the weekly candles. Again, that's really nothing to be overly excited about. Yes, we do see the decreasing momentum in the downwards movement, but we don't see the bullish pressure come in to really reverse this trend at any point in time. So, are we going to the moon anytime soon? No, absolutely not. I think that we stay below our 6K resistance here, resistance here for quite a while. So, it's just the way things are looking, guys. So in the short term, looking at the 4-hour chart on XBT USD, what do we have here? Let's zoom out a little bit so we can see a little clearly. We do have our current low at, let's see here, our current low at 31.21. Again, still have buys situated around 31.50 and 3200 and 30.50 with my stop loss at 3000 is still my long setup for XBT USD. Still in profits on my long. However, the XBT USD hedge short is on the table, as I talked about earlier. Where is our current resistance? Our current resistance is currently at 3300. If we are able to close above this level, then there's still nothing super excited to get about. We actually do have to close above 3400. As we can see, we do have this previous bearish order block that we are going to need to overcome, guys. So if we actually go over to the daily chart on Bitstamp, we can see what I'm talking about here, and turn logarithmic off. So hopefully this is fairly clear for you guys. On spot price, we did have this lower, as you can see over here on XBT. They're the same. If we see on XBT, I have green, purple, and red, representing a truly strong bearish order block. Purple representing the current order block that we have broken down from, which is now going to become a bearish order block. And we still have our green support block. All right. If we go back over to spot price, we can actually see that on the higher time frames, this has actually now become a bearish resistance block as well. So these are all bearish resistance blocks right now. If we are able to get over on spot price 32.66, then you can feel fairly confident about a movement up here to retest the 3300 area. Okay. If we are able to close fairly strongly above 3400, then I will be looking for 3600 to break. But all three of these really need to be broken for us to be targeting 4K. If 3600 is broken, then again, I do feel very confident about a movement up to 4K, potentially even 4400 based on prior volume by price and support and resistance key level areas. Again, there's many other indicators that support this and validate this. Whether you're using Ichimoku, whether you're using your exponential moving averages or simple moving averages, whatever trading strategy that you are trying to encompass, all the indicators are pointing at those as key areas of resistance that you need to overcome. So, again, looking for this bullish order block to hold. This is our support level. Again, it's very simple, guys. Horizontal support and resistance. You long support and you short resistance. So we will be waiting to see what the markets really do. The markets will start picking up tonight at around the daily candle close. The daily candle close tonight will be about 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, where I am at. And that is when the Asian markets, that will be Monday morning for them. That's when they will begin picking up and we will start seeing, guys. So just make sure that you're trading safely and that you have your stops fairly tight, depending on what movement we're going to get. This is not really the time to be betting on long-term positions. I do have my orders in as they are, and if you feel, again, but it's not a recommendation of how to trade or what you guys should be positioning yourselves for. This is just the highly likely statistical probability that I am using to trade. Again, I'm hedging my risk based on position size and key support and resistance levels as well, guys. So let's take a look over at Ethereum real quick and Ripple, and then we'll engage with the chat. We did get a nice, we are getting a nice little bit of bullish movement here on the daily candle as well after this very weak, low volume, very weak spinning top doji that we had right at the bottom. But again, this is nothing to get overly excited about. This is just retail over the weekend pushing price up because retail does tend to be permabulls on this. Just for the long-term outlooks here on Ethereum dollar, on Finex, if we do break $77, we are going to go fairly quickly to 52, potentially 55. But we are going to go down to this area. The next supportive order block is between $41 and $53. And if we do break 77, we will be entering into a LVN, a low volume node, where there is really no historical interest in traders buying or selling. and the dominant trend is bearish, so breaking into that LVN will be a cascading event, pushing us down to 52. Currently, if we are able to make it above $95, then we can be fairly confident at a movement up to 100. If we are able to close fairly strongly above 100, then most likely moving up to 110, potentially even 115. But right now, I don't see any indication that's going to happen. If we actually do move sideways here for a little bit, then I will become more positive and look at this as potential accumulation for a short-term bounce, pretty much the same way that I see on XBT as well. Looking at Ripple, Ripple Bitcoin continues to just stubbornly hang around with increasingly low volume around this consolidation area. This is more, to me, looking more like redistribution. We did have the distribution level up here. We moved down. We are currently holding the support at 87.29. However, I do still think that this support breaks. I've been talking about this for a while. We haven't had any really positive movements upward. I've been saying if we are able to close strongly above 9,000, that we could look at potential higher targets. We did actually close a daily candle above 9,000 and then completely gave it all back right here within 2 days. And now we're getting actually a bearish candle right here. This is actually not at the top of a pattern, but this is a evening star doji. Again, it's not a shooting star formation because it is not taking place at the top of an uptrend, but still, this is not a good sign. We have strong resistance suppressing the price of Bitcoin, or excuse me, of Ripple down right now compared to Bitcoin. But we do have support here at 87.29. If 87.29 breaks, the next area that we're looking to hold is this potentially this ascending trend line and the 55-period exponential moving average. And also we have our 50% Fibonacci retracement right there. So a lot of support around this area. Currently, price action is showing us support at these higher areas around the 382 Fibonacci retracement. If we do actually start moving higher from here, then we'll start looking at higher targets as well. But my opinion on this is still that XRP BTC does break to the downside, especially if we do get a little bit of a recovery bounce here from BTC as well. Litecoin, obviously very interesting. Litecoin pumped 12% last night on a daily candle, but look where we're getting resistance. We are getting rejection from our previous resistance area right at the top of this HVN, so I'm not really overly excited about this. Above us, still right overhead, we still have an extremely high volume node of resistance, so this for me is really not a bullish time to be going long on LTC. Of course, you can take your bets if you want and just think that, oh my god, we moved up 12% in one evening, we're going to the moon. My god, we're going to the moon right now. Likely that's not going to happen, guys. Likely this is just going to be a potential area for the savvy traders that are going to be coming in this evening and Monday morning to short this. So just make sure that you are taking profits if you were able to capture this. But again, this looks much more like a safer short to me than a bullish indication of long entry. If we are able to get above, I'd say the $30 range, anywhere from $30 to $36, and we're able to get over this order block, then I feel fairly strongly about. And I need to see really significant signs in the market that we've had capitulation, which this is not capitulation. This seems like a little bit of accumulation and a good bullish movement with not a lot of follow through. But time will tell, guys. Time will tell. Again, the next key areas of support for LTC to the downside are around $17, around $13, and if those break, $6. And currently resistance hanging overhead right now, the current resistance area is $27.72. And then even above that, guys, we still have the bearish high volume node order block that we have yet to overcome. That ranges from $29 to $35. So not really getting excited over my skis for any trend reversal bullish movement until we get over that as well. Again, everything to me looks like a potential short, really except for Bitcoin, just based on strong psychological support. So if Bitcoin does find that nice psychological support and get a nice recovery bounce right here that we have been looking for a while, then I start to feel a little bit more positive about this. But right now, everything is in quantum phase, no trade space for me, except for the more high probability shorts to the downside. All right, so normally I go over all the data. I go over all the normal stuff that we go over. We go over sentiment data. We go over the bid-ask sum. We go over price by volume. We go over social media sentiment. We go over the CME futures. We go over margin positions. But guys, I do have to cut the show short today, especially with the technical difficulties that we're having. And again, Sunday is just kind of a slow, easy breezy, low volume days for me, guys. I don't normally actively trade on the weekends, and I do have all my kids this weekend, so I do want to spend time with them, guys, and responsibly do my parenting, man, because you do need that key areas of your life. It can't just be all trading all the time, man. You need to have, it's the weekend, you just need to be happy and positive and share with those that you love and spend time and just have good foundation to your life, guys. It's very important to have that balance to your life. So let's head on over to the chat and do some chat engagement, guys. And again, if you are, thank you so much to the 63 people still watching us with the terrible bitrate upload speed. You guys are fantastic and really killing it, man. XRP or till I die. Any good news besides fake news? Nope, not today, man. Except for that Trump announcement that I went over previously. Christian Debic, what's going on from Croatia? Yosar Patrick Solu. Hey, man, what's going on, man? Ben Joseph, good morning to you, sir. Gene, thank you so much for the support, man. Thank you so much. AKA Cheater, hey, what's going on, man? Yes, short Litecoin. I think that's a good idea. Jay Constant, I am all in on Bitcoin. Hey, man, just be careful, dude. Joey Rockets Crypto, hey, good morning to you, my friend. Mass Dash Scott, how are you doing this morning, man? Cut my camera off, not necessary. Plus, we may get a better visual on the charts. That is actually not going to help out at all, my friend. I am sorry. I tried all those things. Brandon Murray says, stupid money don't understand that altcoin is just a scam. They got no money left to buy again. Don't waste your money. I tend to agree with you, man. Be very, very careful. Yeah, hey, bro. I tried all that when I was doing the run up, man. I did. I have my. I was checking my bit rate, and I did try every single thing. Disabling the camera, nothing helped, man. I'm sorry, dude. There's nothing I can do for it. RJ Jamal says, I have fiat on the sidelines. Our ladder buys from $3,000 to $2,700 smart. Although I would potentially look at I would look at those lower targets as well. If you're looking for the long-term entry into BTC, the way that I have actually played it out is, you know, I've been quite honest with you. I still have a lot of fiat on the sidelines too, man. I bought a little bit at 5. I bought a little bit at 4. I'm gonna buy a little bit here at 3 if we do dip down that low, and then I have strategic buys placed between 2,900 and 2,331. When people sell their profits from alts and sell it for BTC, will BTC go up then? Yeah, that is buying into BTC. Yeah, Brandon Murray, I agree with you as well. I think that's the better approach. Yep, Cure CIT, I did go over that right at the beginning of the show, man. Mixie 80, nah, man, it's me. It's me. Dalibor Grackleak, are we at the capitulation or not yet? No, I don't think so, not whatsoever. Alexander Pearson, what alt profits? Yeah, absolutely, man. All right, so that's about all I've really got to go over today, guys. I know it was a really short show. I do just want to tell you guys to be trading safely out there and to be taking profits on the positions that you're in. Just make sure that you are using a strategic risk management strategy, guys. I did go over on Friday's private webinar for the Kraken Cryptocurrency Trading Group. I did go over our risk management strategy and how to be able to profit using a well-disciplined risk management strategy. If you guys would like to get access to that, of course, I'll go over that here in a little bit. But I think that risk management is the most important aspect of trading. And if you do have a well-disciplined risk management strategy, you can actually be less right than you think you need to be. With my risk management strategy, I only need to be right 30 to 34% of the time, and I'm profitable. It's just a happy coincidence that I tend to be right more than that. All right, guys. So again, I just want to thank you guys for joining me today. I am sorry about the audio and the video issues. It will be fixed by tomorrow. Again, we are here every single morning at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, noon on the Eastern Seaboard. So I just want to thank you so much for still coming out, guys. So let's talk about what you guys can do today. Head on over to crackingcryptocurrency.com. That is the website. Scott continues to make this beautiful and fantastic and awesome. Again, I do have hardware acceleration turned off so that I can actually window capture it in OBS. The website does not actually load this slow. That's just me because I have hardware acceleration off. So guys, please go check out the website and let us know what you think. Amazing educational resources on here and all the information that you could want for what we do. If you do want to support the stream, us coming here live every morning, there's a whole lot of ways you can do it, guys. Of course, just hit that subscribe button or that follow button on Twitch. We highly appreciate it. If you do have Amazon Prime, if you want to, you know, we would highly appreciate it. If you want to give us a free subscription on Twitch, we would highly appreciate that. It supports the stream and let us come here every day, keeps the lights on, and keeps Scott from eating ramen noodles because he's getting very tired of eating ramen, guys. Let's see here. You can also check out our Patreon. The link is in the description down below. Or if you would like value for what you get, guys, you can head on over to our merch store. And this, I think, is probably the best option, guys. If you do actually check out, this is my favorite, guys. If you do drink your coffee out of the HODL Bitcoin mug. Hey, R. Terrencial. Hey, thanks so much for the sub on YouTube, man. Welcome to the Kraken Cryptocurrency community. If you do drink your coffee out of the HODL Bitcoin mug, your coffee will taste 90% better and you will be 80% more attracted to the opposite sex. I do have the scientific studies to prove this. But yes, guys, feel free to go check out whatever you want. We got everything that you could possibly want over here. We even got stuff for your babies, man. Get something for your baby. They're going to look so beautiful in this. All right, if you guys would like to join the Kraken Cryptocurrency Premium Trading Group, you will get access to the VIP chat room, the VIP day trading voice chat. You will get access to your own trade journal and the live tracking sheet. You will also get access to the resource library with hundreds of PDFs. We have webinars, we have cryptocurrency courses, we have trading courses, we have educational materials, workbooks, full courses, everything that you guys would pay thousands and thousands of dollars for. It's yours. You get it as a perk for being part of the trading group. You also get access to all our signals and trade setups and see how we're trading. You also get access to once a week private webinars with the Kraken Cryptocurrency traders and analysts to go over a different topic every week and get one-on-one mentorship. Let's see here. You get all that for $100 a month. We do currently have a discount for the month of December. You can get this for $80 a month. The discounts are listed in the Discord as well. If you guys want to head over to discord.krakencryptocurrency.com or click join the trading community right at the top of the website. We'll bring you to that as well, guys. So we'd love to see you in the trading group, guys. Again, if you have any questions, man, feel free to leave your comments, questions, opinions, concerns, sarcastic remarks, and death threats in the comment section down below, and we will respond to all of them, or email us at contact@krakencryptocurrency.com or DM us in the Discord, guys. We do respond to all messages. However, we will respond to death threats by reporting you to the FBI. All right, guys, thank you so much. I do want to give a quick update. We will be having, coming in the future, maybe... let me see, what's today? Today is the 16th. So starting maybe this week, I will be having some guests on, looking at potentially having a couple projects that I'm interested on, talking to the devs. I will be having some traders on this week to talk about trade strategy as well on the stream. So pretty excited about that as well. I think you guys will be looking forward to that. Again, we are here live every morning at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time or noon on the Eastern Seaboard, cracking cryptocurrency, guys. So thank you so much for joining us today. Again, I am so sorry for the upload and stream issues, guys. We will have this fixed by tomorrow, and we'll see you here tomorrow live. Kraken Cryptocurrency. Trade safe, guys.